Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yes, you read the title correctly. I went to an anime convention in STL, and I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty interesting to say the least. It was the weekend of April 27th. So the weekend of April 25th, I went to Anime STL, and it's exactly what you'd expect, with a bunch of anime fans packed into one building. Beautiful chaos, the smell of Cheeto dust and ambition. If you were thinking I was gonna say that the place smelled like roses and cherry blossoms, no. No, the very opposite actually. Getting to the place was already a mini boss battle. Inside the convention parking lot, it was full to the brim, like no parking whatsoever. Even other cars trying to get in was trying to find parking. Other neighborhoods were packed because people were trying to get in. I only rolled up late because I had work. Capitalism strikes again! And finding parking was honestly harder than any Souls boss I've ever had to fight. Okay, that's cap. That's actually cap. I found a parking spot relatively faster than I beat a Souls boss. I tried playing Elden Ring, got to the first actual boss. Yeah, just know I ain't touched the game since. Every parking lot was full, every freaking side street was flooded as well, and freaking, like, every neighborhood I went into, it's just cars upon cars just flooding the streets. Not even, like, enough room for me to be able to, like, go through and someone else to, like, come the opposite direction. Like, it was bad. Luckily, though, I did find a parking spot somewhere nearby, so, I mean, it wasn't that bad. Now, I pulled up as the boy, Monkey D. Luffy. If you don't know who that is, I got a clip of me dancing as the Straw Hat Menace that I am. Absolute peak. Respectfully, some of the cosplays I've seen was really freaking good. There are some people that know how to rock a good anime character. Some of the women, though, respectfully, were putting in god tier stat boost to their charisma. Peak fiction, if I dare say. There was a room where all the anime like figurines and posters and stuff was, but in order to get that, you had to get a badge in order to actually go into the room. So walking up to the counter, I mean, the people there, they seemed like they were interested, but they were not that interested. They were not that interested in the freaking event itself. They all just wanted the money and just to dip. Like, there were tons of characters from every single freaking anime. And there were also a ton of One Piece characters too. Unfortunately though, I did not see a whole bunch of Luffys. Like, surprisingly, there were not many Luffys. And you would think Luffy would be the easiest to cosplay. Okay, I take that back. But you get what I'm trying to say. You would think he would be the easiest to cosplay, but I don't know. But among all the other Luffy cosplays I've seen, I was the best one. I'm gonna just say it. I was the best one, respectfully. I even met Kuzan and Blackbeard. I am embarrassed to say though, I did forget his name. I hate that I forgot his name, considering how cool he is. You see what I did there? Cool. You know, with his ice powers and, you know, the devil fruit ability. Because how cool he is. Cool. There was a ton of anime merchandise as well. Figures, posters, cursed energy in plush form. If I had more money, I'd probably be bankrupt right now. But with the really fire Goku statue, it would have been so worth it. There was also a few Demon Slayer katanas I almost wanted to grab. A few One Piece freaking, not silhouettes, what the frick? A few One Piece statues or figurines that I honestly would have snagged. This Zoro came from a friend in France. I'm not gonna lie, it's freaking awesome. I freaking love it. I'm definitely gonna get some more anime figurines and maybe some more pop figures too. Come on now, you can't say this isn't cool. You can call me a nerd all you want, but like, this is cool. I don't care. Frick your opinion. But everyone knows that I'm a big Dragon Ball fanatic. I'm gonna be honest. Like, Dragon Ball was the first anime I ever watched. I was 5 years old when I watched the Buu Saga. When I was actually able to process anything, it was great. I saw Broly, freaking Gogeta. Oh my gosh, bro. If I just had more money. Of course, there were tons of anime figurines and posters and stuff, but I don't know if I want to address the fan service. Holy frick, the amount of fan service inside the place was insane. At one point, I thought I walked into a Goober Goblin Gooner panel. They honestly should have just made a separate section called Horny Jail for all the Gooners in there, and that would have just been half the convention right then and there. But on the real though, if I had more money, I would have definitely bought a lot of the freaking like figurines and pop figures and like merchandise and posters and stuff that I definitely saw. Cause I'm gonna be honest, like I ain't seen a bunch of anime, okay? I'm slowly still trying to get into it. Right now I'm watching Full Metal Alchemist, not Brotherhood yet. I'm watching the first one because apparently, according to my brother, yeah. I found a voice actor panel too. They had people who voice acted in Genshin Impact, Kuroko no Basket. I've never seen it though. Is it worth it? And some other animes that are on Netflix as well. Also, just learned, apparently dubbed anime is much more popular and preferred than subbed anime. But the thing is though, without subbed anime, I don't even think we would have dubbed. You know? Because a lot of the animes are made in Japan, right? Right. But I guess if anime didn't have subs, then I guess we would just be watching, you know, a show in silence or something. They would just be moving their lips. And then from there, we could probably just come up with the dub for like right then and there. But then again, when you make animation, there's no sounds. You're just animating. So so once I stepped outside, of course, there were tons of people outside just minding their own business too. But there was also another area where there was WWE wrestling. Now, I know wrestling is fake. Unfortunately, as a kid, I found that out the hard way. However, it was still very entertaining to say the least. There were some moves that were actually sick and actually had me on the tip of my toes. And there were some others that were questionable. I don't know what that was, but bro got cooked. A lot of people commented on my cosplay too, which honestly felt nice. A few people even asked for photos like I was actually important. Whenever I walked in, there was like, oh, Luffy. Huh. I feel like that Spider-Man meme. I might do Luffy again next year, but honestly, I was also thinking of going full Doomslayer rage mode type of thing, you know? Just unhinged rage in the middle of peace signs and cat ears. But on top of that, something else that I got from it is like, it got me so motivated to like continue to like push content out there. And along with not just that, but also just like continuing to like build myself in a way too. I don't know, when I left Anime STL, it got me so motivated for like content, some other projects I'm working on, that it's just like, I don't know. It just got me excited for a moment there. It really did. But I thought it was fun though, most because it was a way to put myself out there a little bit more. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't like going out much. I really don't, because I'm locked in. But it was a good way to put myself out there though. I might do it again. I definitely would probably do it again. So yeah, Anime STL, 9.5 out of 10. Smell bad, look good, would recommend. Make sure you bring deodorant and prepare for the Gunnar Gauntlet. Yeah? Okay? Alright, that's me for this time. I'll see y'all later. Sayonara.